This might be the strangest form of collaboration Nike's ever done, but if you want these new Lil Yachty sneakers, you would have to use V-Bucks. Yep, you heard me right. The new Nike Us Force ones, right? Not Air Force, but anyways, the new Lil Yachty Air Forces that are dropping, you would have to actually buy them in Fortnite, which they dropped basically last week on Fortnite, for 1,000 V-Bucks, and then you would get early access to these when they dropped on the 22nd. That's pretty insane. I don't think we've ever seen anything like that before, and Nike didn't announce this. So you would have literally just gotten in just for supporting it. Which 1,000 V-Bucks is like, I don't know, $10 or so, $8 maybe. So again, you have to spend $8 without knowing. And if you did it and you have your Nike account connected to your Epic Games account, you would be entered in and get early access to these. And this shoe is really dope. I like the colorways. It's got kind of a, Rasta colorway. I really love when they do the Air Forces with patent leather, which is this material here. And again, it says it's us, Concrete Boys on the back. Like, just this is a pretty nice shoe. And, retail for $130, I think is pretty fair. I took some screenshots on the sneakers app because it doesn't show it here on the website. But you guys can see, again, it'll say here, like if you bought these on Fortnite from May 2nd to the 9th, you had a whole week to go and buy them. You were able to get your preferred size. So pretty cool. Actually, I take that back. Not a preferred size, but you were able to go and get it, right? You get exclusive access on this shoe, which was be today, exclusive access. Now, just because you didn't buy it on Fortnite does not mean you can't get this shoe. They're still dropping it on the 22nd, but that would pretty much mean you guarantee get your size. And Ellie said, it won't guarantee it, but I mean, how many people are going to spend $130 on a shoe and bought something on Fortnite? I don't see that connection being there. I think you'd have a pretty good chance. Now, I'm not 100% sure on what the stock number is going to be on this shoe. I believe it's going to be pretty low. I could say probably even under 10,000 pairs would be pretty realistic. But when they do drop and when it comes closer to the release date, we'll have the full stock numbers in my Discord for free. So if you're not a part of it yet, make sure you guys join in the link down below. But yeah, really solid shoe. I'm going to pull up what they're going for on StockX right now so we can look at the resale side of it. So let's get into it. All right, so here we are on StockX. There's no size for it yet or photo for it yet, but 130, this is the same shoe. You guys can see the SKU is the exact same as it is on here. But either way, right now the market, this is to buy a pair. So they're selling around 270 on the low end to around 300 something on the high end. I think this is probably going to be depending on how many pairs they make, it could be a $200 shoe. It could also be as low as 170, maybe even retail. The other pairs ended up sitting. I'll pull up the other pairs so you guys can see it and compare. But I think this one's going to be a little bit more rare just based on the colorway and stuff. And again, they're doing a pretty cool release with it too. So we'll see where it ends up finishing. I do think these are going to resell though, depending on the stock. If we look at the other Lil Yachty size, this pair, I mean, I said it pretty much bricked, but you're not really making money on it. I saw these sitting at outlets. 130 is the retail price. Most of these sizes after fees and everything, you're not really making much money, but still it's going for 160 to 130. So not terrible. I do think this colorway is better. I do think this colorway is better. I think it's cooler. This is just a pretty much basic Air Force One. This is actually giving you something, right? I really like this one. So, we'll see what happens on it. I'm going to try to pull up the stock numbers to see if I can find what these were, but give me a second. All right, sweet. I was actually able to find the stock numbers when these dropped in December of last year. And it looks like there's about 9,000 pairs that dropped, which is pretty limited. And I think these will probably be around the same or maybe a little bit less. Like I said earlier in this video, I think around 10,000 pairs seems pretty reasonable. So that's what I'm going to expect on, this new, let's say, Lucky Green colorway as well. That's what I'm expecting here. You guys can see the different sizes, which pairs had more, which ones had less. But again, resell on those ones, best case scenario, you're selling it for 160, 170. Worst case, you're pretty much breaking even. So either way, it's on sneakers, so you have 60-day free returns. I still think it's a good buy. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think of these. If you're going to end up copying them or not. If you bought it on Fortnite, if you got lucky. I don't know anyone who did. No one's told me yet. So I'd be interested to hear if any of you guys actually bought it on Fortnite. Now it's letting you buy it. I wish I did, but I literally had no idea about it, or else I would have done it. Because it's just a cool way to kind of get a new shoe and make a cool story about it. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Good luck on hitting a pair when it drops on the 22nd. And again, sneakers is going to be the best way to do it. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.